Jesus Christ. Hall, stairs, landing, absolutely cluttered. I'm assuming this is the bathroom. I think this is the master bedroom. Do a little reconnaissance in here. I've explained to people in the past about the hoard reaching the ceiling, but I don't think they've ever believed me. This is like no other clearance that we've done before.
On Merseyside, 3 miles north of Liverpool, is the middle-class suburb of Crosby. Popular with families and minutes from the beach, it's picture-perfect suburban living. But one house on this street stands out as a little different.
It does look shocking.
This house is home to Britain's biggest hoard. It's literally bursting at the seams.
About 7 or 8 years ago, I realised I would never get it back to the way it originally was.
So who lives in a house like this?
Gosh, look at the state of this.
The house, along with all of its contents, belong to this gentleman.
I'm a 72-year-old man, retired, and now that I'm sitting here, I'm a bit distressed at what I can see.
Facing retirement with a home you can barely get into, Paul wants to sell up and move on.
This is the property I'm thinking of selling.
Helen is the estate agent who's got the job.
I understand we are coming to view a hoarder's property, which does have its own sensitivity. Would it be possible for us to go through and have a look?
You can have a quick look in, but nothing's been cleared yet, so
No problem.
you can't go far.
A good standard 3-bedroom within this area would achieve about 190,000.
You'll have to push your way past.
Oh my, it's going to take some clearing.
Paul and his mother bought the house 35 years ago after his father died.
It had a nice modern kitchen, nice garden as well. It was a very attractive house.
It's hard to say the condition of the property when you can't see much more than this.
They bought the house for £23,000.
We were quite happy in it. Had a dog, and then we got a cat. Now all passed away, of course, along with my mother, who died in 1995.
Hoarding is often triggered by traumatic life events.
It's just a shame that it gets to this stage, isn't it? This should have been dealt with a long time ago.
4 or 5 years after my mother died, I think then I started collecting. And I think at the back of my mind is, that'll look nice in the house, and it'll be a bit like what my mother had, you know, and then it overwhelmed me, you know, too much of everything.
For the last 25 years, Paul's hoard has grown.
The books are the first thing that started to pile up. I really have got a couple of thousand books now.
On a positive, I can't smell any damp. It would be good to come back when it's cleared.
For the last 4 years, both the kitchen and bathroom have been completely inaccessible.
Used to eat outside, of course. You know, I used to go to cafes and things like that. And I used to go and have a shower in places in town.
All in the day of life of an estate agent, eh?
I suppose I'm reassessing my life, or the little bit I've got left of it. You suddenly become aware that you are mortal. You think you live forever, don't you?
But will this hoard-filled house be a ticket to a happy retirement?
I'll be honest, it's very difficult to see the condition structurally. I'm going on the assumption that it's in good structural condition. I would imagine you to get around about the 145 mark.
Right, okay.
This has not been a good way of maintaining the property and the value of it. It's just devalued immensely over the years. It's good luck with the clearance.
Yes,
Can't wait to see it empty.
I can't leave it. It's got to be dealt with.
Clearing a hoard as huge as Paul's needs a specialist, so he's called in this man.
My name's George. I have a company which deal with hoarders. We do extreme cleaning. We never cease to be amazed at what we see, what we find, from blocked toilets to leftover body parts.
For George, clearing a hoarder's home is just another day in the office.
I got a call from a chap. He got himself in a bit of a rut. He wants to sell his property, I believe. He says every room is full to the brim. So a lot of people say that you go there and shake your head and go, you know, you've seen worse.
With money needed from the sale of the house, Paul's running out of time to clear the hoard.
I've yet to see a job which has made me gasp in horror, you know. Let's see.
We're a little bit packed out inside, as you'll see. Want to take a look in?
Wow. Yeah, if I can get in. Now is every room full?
Yeah. They've just gradually sort of filled up, and then I've moved away from them, and then the last thing was I filled up the hall.
The hoard has got too big for Paul to tackle alone.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of a survey, which I'll record on camera. It'll give me a basic idea of what we've got to contend with.
The last person that I actually let in here, apart from the people who do the utilities, would be a friend about 4 years ago. I just hope there's no big infestation here, but it's a possibility there is now.
With barely enough room for George to get through the front door, he needs a special camera just to see what he's dealing with.
Jesus Christ. Okay, hall, stairs, landing. Absolutely cluttered. I'm assuming this is the bathroom. My word, this is absolutely crazy.
Some of the most commonly hoarded items are books, papers, and old clothing. Paul hoards them all, and more, like Roman artifacts, weapons, and armour.
I've explained to people in the past about the hoard reaching the ceiling and the bulb, the light fitting, but I don't think they've ever believed me.
This bedroom is the only room in the house George can actually get into.
I would say most rooms go up to about 6 feet, maybe 7, but certainly no more than that. Have you seen my gladiator's helmet here?
Safety precaution.
The thing in my mind was they'd just be there for a while, you know, but it just didn't. It accrued and accrued and accrued, and suddenly, oh wow.
This is like no other clearance that we've done before. We're going to be like archaeologists, you know. By the time we've dug down to the bottom, I'm going to find stuff from probably 1990. I reckon it's going to be an 8-day job. Team of 5 working flat out. A lot harder than what I thought.
This is my life over the last 25 years, encapsulated in a ridiculous obsession. I don't know why I ever thought, you know, that this lot would sort of become an asset to the house. There's the 30 quid's worth of stuff gone. This is going to last much longer anyway, because it's an oldish house that's decaying. There isn't an option to keep these things, so I may as well try and get a little bit of money for the more valuable things. I feel quite relieved to be away from the mental as well as the physical pressure that this is having on me.
Coming up,
A mummified rat.
the de-hoarding on Merseyside gets dirty.
We've been doing it for 10 years. This is the worst we've ever done. Nothing is going in our van from here.
This house on Merseyside is home to Britain's biggest hoard.
Hall, stairs, landing. Absolutely cluttered.
But homeowner Paul wants to sell up to fund his retirement, so he's called in extreme cleaner George to shift the hoard. And some squalid squatters.
A mummified rat. Just a baby one, you know. Well, where there's one, there'll be more. Found our first rat, okay?
Oh, go away. Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah,
Little swine.
yeah.
Terrifically apprehensive. The size of the job is hitting me, yeah.
Undeterred though, the team gets stuck in.
I'm gonna black bag the rubbish and skip it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I know you're going to be concerned, but when I say rubbish, I'm talking about
Papers,
rubbish,
like that,
rubbish,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know.
Underneath there are 2 sets of Roman armour in sacks.
Yeah,
I need to keep them.
yeah. Okay, let's get cracking.
Moving the rubbish is only half the problem.
Yeah.
Hoarders can also find letting anything go a painful process.
It's not going to be easy at all, especially with Paul on my shoulder.
Don't throw books away. We put them separate. Oh my God, do you know what that is? I hate to say it. This is part of the Roman wall in York. So I need to keep that, yeah. For the time being anyway, I've got to get rid of it, but you know, it shouldn't be dumped. You know, it's our history.
With Paul checking every item the clearance team are discarding, progress is painfully slow.
Have a look at this, mate. What we've got is rats, yeah? Watch your fingers. Rat droppings. I'll just condemn them and just get rid. Do you really want it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Get rid of that one.
No, there's pictures in it that I do need.
Yeah.
Honest.
Yeah.
I'll keep them.
Okay.
I've got a bag.
Yeah, if you leave them on the tail lift, then
Yeah.
we'll sort them. At the end of the day, Paul is the boss. You can advise him, but to him, it's valuable, you know.
Paul isn't the only person set to benefit from having his house cleared. Over the years, his house has become a bit of a landmark with the local community.
People will say, oh, what's happening to the house? Or, oh, it's really devaluing your property, love. I mean, I look at it sometimes and think, gosh, do I live next door to that?
Unfortunately for Janice, she does. But she's still proud of the neighbourhood.
I've always been somebody who was house proud. I take pride in it by making it nice, making it clean and making it pleasant.
But over the last decade, the hoard next door has become a nightmare.
In one word, I think it's a shame. These are nice houses. And it was a nice house next door. And it's just gone from bad to worse. You can't really put in words what it's like to live next door. It's a fire hazard. I've actually been told that by the fire service. They came and went through an escape route for me if it went on fire.
For the neighbours, the clear-out can't come soon enough.
Come up the road and you think, oh, good grief, it's getting worse. I'd like to see it cleared out completely. I'd like to see it brought up to a better standard.
How many years have you got time for this?
Progress is slow next door, though. It's taken the team 6 hours just to get into the hall.
There's a room here
Yeah.
and a room down there, I think.
I know that fella felt now when he found Tutankhamun's treasure.
I know. We've been doing it for 10 years, you know. I mean, this is the worst we've ever done.
As the cleaning team pack up and leave, Paul is still hard at it.
Even though we've finished for the day, Paul is still picking away, you know.
He's what you call a typical hoarder. He can't let nothing go.
It's a built-in mechanism. He knows no difference.
I've actually seen this, but I've kept it for you.
Paul literally hoarded himself out of house and home 4 years ago and now lives with his friend Simon.
I've known Simon for 50 years, and he's just a very nice person. So I'm very pleased that I've rekindled our friendship. Simon's never been inside, never seen this. But he knows I'm a bit of a hoarder from the things I brought across over the last year or two.
Paul hopes that selling his house will give both himself and Simon a brighter retirement.
When it's clear, I hope to sell this off, move in full-time with Simon, and go on a few holidays. I mean, I haven't been on a holiday for years.
Next day on the job, and George knows that the de-hoarding is going to get dirty.
The lower we get, the more contaminated. Nothing is going in our van from here.
Why?
Literally, Paul, 95% of this is going to be contaminated.
Right, now there's just one thing I want on your right-hand side. If you can get a bag and just throw those shirts in, I'll take them.
With a contaminated, rat-infested hoard to tackle, it's time for George and the team to suit up.
We're not going to take no prisoners. It's a white suit job. personal protection is most important. Like, the kitchen is going to be the worst because what we've got in there is rodent infestation, which can give myself or anyone else who goes there some really bad diseases. I don't think Paul is aware of the situation, but I think this might scare him a little bit. Right, let's go and do it.
It's obvious George is dealing with a biohazard in the kitchen.
When you start disturbing it with the urine, that happens. Even though something may look good, it'll still be infected, you know. For the tin to deteriorate like that, you know, absolutely gone. There's so many diseases which live in an environment like this.
Hoarder Paul, though, seems oblivious to the danger.
Don't touch nothing. I mean, it really is badly contaminated, you know.
Right, just get the underwear. The underwear is okay, isn't it?
No.
What's wrong with the underwear?
I don't know, you tell me. Well, will you wear them?
Clean, and put it up there to dry.
It was 12 years ago when you put it up.
Yeah, okay, leave it. Dump it. Yeah, dump it.
Yes.
It's not just underpants he's trying to save. He's taking armfuls of contaminated items and filling his car. But even Paul doesn't want the contents of the fridge.
When you get to like the pork and chicken, the smell is going to be a bit like human remains.
With the biohazard under attack in the kitchen, Paul's friend Simon has come to check on progress.
The occasion's never arisen for me to actually go in the house. I've been in quite a few houses that have belonged to senior citizens, and I imagine it would be something similar. It's really deteriorated far more than I thought it had, really. He did say that it was difficult to get in and out of rooms, and you have to climb over things. Definitely that's the case, isn't it?
Seeing the house, Simon feels help is needed beyond just clearing the hoard.
Obviously, Paul's got quite an obsession with keeping things and that it's a very severe problem. I think at one level, he is aware of the need to get some help about it. It's like a kind of warning, isn't it, to see when it's got to this stage. It sort of makes you think, God, I can't let my house get the same way.
He's been taking stuff
Yes.
in his car. Now,
Yes.
is that going back to your place?
He told me that he's got like a store.
Storage unit, which he has, yeah. You've got to watch him, you know, because I'm hoping this is the only meeting we're going to have, you know?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
With the warning signs clear, Simon checks what Paul is loading into his car.
There's quite a lot of stuff here, isn't there?
Yes.
So are these going in the store?
No, some of them are going in the house, pictures and that, but the rest are going in the store.
Because we've already got an awful lot of pictures.
Well, yeah, but there are one or two pictures that I don't want to lose, you know.
As long as
Okay.
nothing's come from the kitchen, then...
Hardly anything from the kitchen then.
Right.
The bottles of whiskey have, but I'm washing them before we're going to use them, you know.
okay.
Okay.
It's definitely got to the stage where, you know, you need a lot of help sorting it out, you know. Yeah.
As the hoard clearance continues, treasures are found in the trash.
Do I see £50 notes there?
George has spotted something else that could help fund Paul's retirement.
French. You got it?
Olivier Français.
This is the main valuable in the whole house, really, yeah, that I purchased about 35 years ago when I sold a car.
It's one treasure after another for Paul today.
Right, there's a box here which could have all sorts in it. Probably something to do with the Romans. Ta-da! Oh no! Oh no! I'm not interested in him, but the box is worth having.
In order to clear the house, George is putting the high-value items Paul wants to keep into storage. The plan is to sell it all off, including his treasured Roman reenactment equipment.
Paul's unique because there is a lot of stuff which is expensive. There's several £1,000s worth of items here. But I think what he shouldn't do is concentrate on the small, insignificant items, you know. He's got to get his priorities right. We need more boxes. We definitely need more boxes.
Unfortunately, just clearing a hoard doesn't cure the hoarder. Up to 80% can relapse within months.
Although I appear calm on the surface, I am feeling quite anxious. I do tend to get things without realising, where they're going to go or what I'm going to do with them. Because the last 25 years I've been living on my own, there's no one there to tell me off.
To help Paul understand why he hoards, he's come to visit a specialist psychologist.
Hello.
Hiya.
I'm Paul.
Hi,
You're
Paul.
Claire, are you?
Yes, coming out.
Pleased to meet you.
What triggered this for you?
I think really when my mother died, I get things like ornaments and things like that. Maybe I was trying to recreate the happy home,
Are you an only child or?
I had a brother that died very young.
Okay. Was your childhood slightly in the shadow of this then?
Well, I suppose I could have been, yeah. I think I felt lonely, and that's why I always said to my mum, when she said, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'd say, "A baby brother." And my mother told me this, and she was quite proud of it. She said, "You cried and cried," and I went over and I, cuddled you. And your father, that's my father, said, you'll make him queer if you do that.
Okay.
So she said, I reluctantly left you, and you cried and cried for a day and a half. And at the end of the second day, you stopped crying and you never cried again. You were a very good little boy. They had no idea how to bring up a child.
And how does that feel to know that she left you there?
Well, it explained why I emotionally found it impossible to love anyone. And I buy things from people quite a lot. Like so-and-so would like that, It's my way of showing that, I like you, here.
Yeah. What happens with a lot of hoarders is that, and they often have a similar experience to you, that really affection and feelings have been mediated through items rather than real, tangible love.
I see something and I'll say, "Oh, that's nice," "Oh, we should have that."
We? Who's we?
Oh, I suppose that's my mother, is it?
Because that's your showing of love. So you're still buying things to some degree in your head for you and Mum. In a way, it's kind of like you're filling up the space that she's left in your life with, with things, with all of these things.
Yeah.
I think Paul was incredibly open and honest, and I think a lot of the things that have come up for Paul today, he's really never considered before. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we call his hoarder rationale at work in his home.
Coming up, the psychologist gets hands-on with the hoard.
Oh, that's me Roman head.
It's just what everybody needs in their kitchen, isn't it?
Yeah.
After hoarding for over a quarter of a century, 72-year-old Paul has decided to reboot his life for his retirement.
Gosh, look at the state of this.
With plans to sell his home when it's cleared, he's brought psychologist Claire to see the scale of his problem.
This was up to here, up there.
Okay.
Right.
And was it blocking your kitchen?
Yeah, I haven't been in the kitchen for quite a while.
How many years?
I would say about a year before Sam, so 4 years. Yeah.
Okay, and what were you living? How were you cooking?
Oh, I was eating out. Yeah. And I used to go to Waterstones to have a wash.
Let's just walk through a little bit to the kitchen. You'd wonder how can they manage to live like this. It's just so functioning parent. It takes so much effort to live like this as well. What would Mum think about this?
Oh, she'd be absolutely livid. She would.
Livid.
Yeah. With the full extent of the hoard revealed, it's clear Paul has a massive task ahead.
What we're asking from Paul is huge. We're asking him to change a habit he's had since 1995 or before. And it is like any addiction, and it takes time to break the thought process as well of saving the goods, straight to the goods. What can I save? He'll never be fully recovered from this. It will always be something you will have an urge to do. You seem quite, I would maybe go as far as to say a little bit frantic right now.
Yeah, because they're throwing away things, you know, that I don't want to be thrown away everywhere.
Are you not at the point yet where you can just release these items? Where you can
Not
just,
everything,
you've got so
because
much,
there
you
is
can
still-
just let it go.
There is still things I want. I will then go through them again when they're in the lockup.
Do you intend to keep the lockup or move things to Simon's?
Oh no, I'm not going to move a load to Simon's. I'm going to, you know, minimum move to Simon's, and the rest I'll sell or dump.
A lot of my hoarders, it's come to the last minute and they just can't part with it. And they do genuinely have someone to clear. But then at the end of the day, it's like giving a part of themselves away. He's a little bit lost to us at the moment, really. A whole nother level of his brain has kicked in. Has he escaped me?
With more of the hoard now cleared, estate agent Helen is back to re-evaluate the property.
There was a toilet set here, and that's obviously what's caused the whole thing to collapse a little bit.
Oh dear,
Yeah.
that's quite severe structural work on that.
Yeah.
I can see a little bit more this time. It's apparent that the hoard that's been in this property has been detrimental to it. It's caused damage through its sheer weight. The ventilation's not being permitted. The floor's dropped about 8 inches. It's potential that the gable wall could have gone.
With structural damage now clear, the real cost of Paul's hoard is even clearer.
Obviously with the 140, that was going from being structurally
Yeah,
sound,
sound, yeah.
145. So that was taking into consideration windows, new bathroom, new kitchen.
Yeah.
So you're probably looking at a cash buyer. I would imagine them paying around about the 110 top.
10, right.
Yeah. It's not nice for anybody to think that your actions have actually caused a devaluation in your property. But he has a valuable asset in a great area that he can now sell once he's done these works and got it cleared.
It'll be a great weight going off my shoulders, my mind, when this goes. Yeah.
Paul's house may be clearing, but friend Simon is worried that his hoarding may still need more work.
I think a lot of people look as though they're coping, and really they're experiencing some sort of meltdown inside. The problem of compulsive buying, I'm not so familiar with. Obviously, that's a central problem with Paul. I mean, he's already got quite a lot of things in this house, and I don't want it to be a cluttered house.
To get some support, Simon has called in Claire for a one-to-one himself.
When you finally saw the mass of what was in Paul's house, were you frightened by that?
You could see an awful lot of clutter. It is frightening because of the risks that there are for fire and or that something could fall down on Paul.
Is he still engaged in this behaviour? Do you see this a lot? He's still going out, he's still acquiring?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the things that are here in this room are Paul's, what he's brought in. He's brought in these 2 lamps as well.
But are you happy with the way the house is at the moment?
Not as it is at the moment. I don't want to live even in a house as cluttered as this one is, never mind as cluttered as his has become.
I'm worried for you. I'm worried for Paul. When we talk about how a home becomes a hoard, it's a 3-step process. So there's clutter, clots and clogs. So clogs is when a home is fully hoarded, 10 years plus, and it's all joined together. But I'm worried because I'm now seeing some clots. That's a downward
Right, okay.
ride from there.
And the more Claire looks, the worse it gets.
So all of this stuff under here, is this Paul's?
Yes, it is. Paul brought the table, and he says it's from his house because he said that was one thing he didn't want to part with.
Okay.
If it turned out that this had just been a pickup from
I think
an antique shop or something, then I'd feel quite hurt about that, really.
As Claire is shown around, it's clear that Paul's hoard has spread.
So here's already stuff going up the stairs, and there's
Even in the bathroom, which I'd renovated, you know, I'd put a new bathroom.
God, yeah.
Well, it's impossible for me to clean in here, you see.
But I'm guessing this is Paul's.
Most of it, yeah, or they're pictures which Paul's replaced. This is the room he uses as the bedroom.
Okay. Oh, Simon, for you, this is Such bad news, isn't it, really? I'm concerned about this.
This used to be his bedroom, actually.
Okay. I can't wait to see.
This is the room that he's more or less exiled himself from.
Let's have a little look.
This is much worse than the other room.
Wow.
Yes.
This is not a positive
It's worse
sign,
than the
is
other
it?
room, isn't
No.
it? Yeah.
Simon, how does it feel for you now?
Oh,
Are you worried or?
Yes. Oh, yes, definitely.
There's this thing called scatter hoarding.
Yes.
And it's basically a bit like squirrels that take nuts and hide them places. And sometimes scatter hoarders will take their hoarding, either secrete them or openly bring things in. And this is so much worse than I expected it to be.
Hi, home.
With huge concerns that Paul may just transfer his hoarding to Simon's house, the issue has to be addressed immediately.
So we've got a bit of a confession to make, Paul. We've had a little look at your bedroom.
I've been bringing stuff across, that I don't want to get rid of, which I will. But I've promised to Simon that when we get this over, I will start then sorting through both of the rooms and reducing it considerably.
I'm worried that it's come here in the first place. You need to grab this before Simon can't move around his own house.
I wish I hadn't taken him upstairs.
Well, the psychologist is here to do her job, and we've got to let her do it properly.
What is it you're most annoyed at that I've been upstairs? Is it embarrassing that you feel caught?
Yeah. Shameful and embarrassed, but all of those things, yeah.
I'm shocked at the level that it's gotten to here. No more stuff. Finito.
I had to bring some stuff in that I brought with me. There's the heater air conditioner thing.
No, we don't need an air conditioner down here.
Yeah, but
we haven't got the room for it.
With Simon taking a stand, Claire wants to reduce the clutter that's already in the house, starting with furniture in the hall.
You can pull the door open now.
We're up and over.
The top hinge has gone,
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fine.
I've got a new door to replace this.
Oh no, I don't want a new door.
You don't want a new door? Well, there's one brand new.
I want this
door.
fixed. That's all. I don't.
Simon, do you want a new door?
No.
No, Simon
Okay.
doesn't want a new door.
I'm quite happy with this one. I like the glass in it actually.
I've given them two really important rules. Nothing else is to come in the house. Simon is not to allow anything else to pass the door. And the second thing is that Simon only needs to tell Paul twice why he doesn't want something. Remember the rule of two.
Right, okay. All the best.
Over the following days, George and his team hit the hoard hard.
You must have gone to the Toys R Us when it shut down and bought all of it.
Finally, there is just one room left to empty.
Paul's mother's bedroom. It looks a bit like Paul's walk-in wardrobe.
Over the last 25 years, Paul has bought a huge amount of clothes.
I would say in this property, £50,000. £50,000 worth of rags. I just can't get over what a sheer waste of money,
But amongst the clutter, George has found some photos of Paul with his mother.
God, she looks different than I remember.
These are the things that you should be really hunting for.
Yeah.
They would mean more to me than any of the stuff that we're finding. You show us a lot of emotion if you find some kind of artifact which you've had for a while.
That's the thing that sort of gets me going. I didn't have a too good a relationship with my father. I had an on-off relationship with my mother.
What I think,
Perhaps I am
how I
revealing,
feel,
that I wasn't quite as close to my mum as I thought I was.
Yeah, but not only that, it's you put priority to the things around you as opposed to the things that you are part of.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I don't feel any big welling up, and perhaps I should, but I don't. In the nose or anything like that. I wonder where that was taken. Doesn't say.
The remainder of the hoard finally leaves the house, making a total of 8 skips. About 24 tons of rubbish that's gone to landfill. 9 days ago, it was virtually impossible to get upstairs. Bedrooms were filled, the bathroom was out of bounds, and access to every room downstairs was completely blocked. It was so bad, the kitchen was a biohazard. Finally, the house is ready to be sold.
Does feel good, yeah. It's tremendous, isn't it?
Paul's house may be empty, but he's got a storage unit full of stuff to sell to help fund his retirement.
We're supposed to having an antiques expert coming today to evaluate whether I've got anything that's worthwhile or whether it's all tat. I would hope I might get a grand or two.
Hello there, you must be Paul.
That's right. My name's Michael.
Here, you see, we've got a double head. You're not going to get rich. I would have guessed somewhere in the order of about 30 to 50 for something like this. But it's nice, please.
With the amount of items Paul's collected, the values soon add up.
How long have you had this piece and what you know
About
about it?
5 years.
You're probably looking at 100 to 200 in the right sale, possibly a little bit more in a specialist.
And the dealer soon spots Paul's clock.
Clock is a little unusual. You would expect that the dial would be white enamel. It was made mid-19th century, in other words, Victorian.
Yeah.
But it's a nice set. So what do you think it might be worth?
Well, I paid about 2.5 grand for it 45 years ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed.
It's still only 2.5.
No. You're going to be more disappointed than that. Clocks have come down in value over the last few years. This is worth around about 300 to 500 pounds.
Wow,
so
it has come down, hasn't it?
It has come down. Certainly some of the items that Paul has got are interesting and there is some value. He's clearly paid far too much for, the clock.
Hoarding has cost Paul a fortune, but with the items valued today at potentially £1,500, it could all help towards funding his retirement.
We will get best price, but whether the best price is what Paul is looking for is debatable.
Nice to see you again. Oh, nice
And
to see you,
Paul's
Paul.
called in
Yeah.
some old friends to look at his precious Roman artefacts.
It's a bit of a cave, this, isn't it?
It is.
Paul has amassed a huge arsenal of weaponry, amongst other things.
I have no idea what this is. Said it. No, it's a pedal bin. I thought it was a helmet for a very large giant. So there's some things which will be useful to us in what we do in our business. There's some stuff that we might know other people who would be interested in it. So we can probably find somebody that fits and get them to give you some money for that.
I'm half sad and I'm half happy because they go into a good home. Paul will make really good use of them.
Getting rid of the hoard isn't Paul's only challenge.
You see now, this is where it all goes wrong.
He faces temptation every day.
Are they dominoes?
No, it's a game that you have to make a snake.
Oh, right, yeah.
See, they go.
Oh, yeah, and they vary.
They're like
Light dice do, yeah?
Yeah. You can have it for £1 if you want it.
I'm under instructions not to get lovely things like that. Yeah, dice domino. Well, thank you. I'm going to have to be fighting it all the while. We'll be going past things and saying, oh, that's nice. Oh, no. But I'm determined to do it.
Coming up,
If you have a look out this window, you can probably see the garden.
it's sale day at the Hoarder house.
I'll just about 40 grand.
Should I shout out offers over 200,000?
2 weeks ago, 72-year-old Paul's house was packed out with 25 years of hoarding.
It accrued and suddenly, oh wow.
The kitchen was a rat-infested biohazard, and everywhere else was crawling room only.
I'm assuming this is the bathroom.
After 8 skips and 9 days, the house is cleared.
It's tremendous, isn't it?
And today, it's sale day in Crosby.
Today we're getting people to come up and look at the house. There's a view to buying it. It's the biggest thing on my mind, of course, isn't it? The getting rid of the house.
Because the property needs work, estate agent Helen has targeted cash buyers and builders to submit sealed bids.
Welcome to my abode.
Nice to meet you. I'm hopeful there's something in here that will make Paul happy. However, they are cash buyers who will want profit in it. I think it'll be a realistic price, whatever's put forward.
With the house filling with prospective buyers, both Paul and Helen are giving the hard sell.
Have you come to live around the house? Indeed, yeah. Yes, indeed. It's my house. Right, I'm Paul. Decent meet you. We've got quite a few people interested.
Indeed, I
in it,
expect.
If you have a look out this window, you can probably see the garden.
And even though there's a lot of work to do, the buyers don't seem bothered.
Move straight in.
Well, it is a good area, Crosby, like it always has been, to be fair. It's always held its value even when the market crashed.
If you get it at your price, great. If you don't, you don't, but you put forward your best bid.
Yeah.
They see everyone who's bidding, no one knows what each other's bidding, and it does then encourage them to put forward their best price.
What's he offered you for?
Oh.
Come on, tell us the trade secrets, Paul.
Should I shout out offers over 200,000?
Not everybody's put forward an offer. They've been concerned of it being a can of worms, was one of the words from one of them.
But before long, some sealed bids start coming in.
Yeah, Paul. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. I want to sit it out in the van and sort out financial side of it, and then come back with a bid.
I'll just spell 40 grand.
After a busy afternoon, the hoard-free house has generated a lot of interest.
Are you excited to find out what's in here?
No, I'm not excited. I'm still full of trepidation.
Oh, well, I'm excited.
Oh, right. You can be excited for me.
1, 2.
10 cash bids have been left for the house, most from builders and a couple from private buyers.
I believe before we arrived, it would be in the region of 110.
I think most of the builders won't approach what I want for it because they want to make a profit.
For Paul, it's the moment of truth.
98.
98,300.
60,000. Wow, they want a bargain, don't they? 95. Yeah. 42,500, but is that the total? 115. Nobody comes even close to the fellow last week.
Although not at the viewing today, Paul's already had another offer.
Is he a cash buyer or is he?
He said he's a cash buyer, yes, and he's not buying it to make a living out of. He actually wants to move in himself.
He's found someone who's obviously wants it as a home. Profit margin's not the drive for them, which is fantastic.
I'm going to ring him back and tell him, look, I'd like to take his offer.
And great news, the buyer is still interested.
Okie doke. Cheers, Keith. Speak to you again. Bye-bye. 141.
It'd be nice to see, as they say, this back to a family home, won't it?
Well,
You know.
yeah, well, I'd love to see it when it's done.
Paul has found a new owner for the house he bought 35 years ago with his mum.
This is the last link with the house, isn't it? It makes me think a lot of her and times we had and things we said. And when that's gone, there'll be less time for me to be brought up short by thinking of this is where something was said, this is where something happened.
After years hoarding under his mother's shadow, he's returned to the place where he scattered her ashes.
I don't think she'd be upset in the sense, that I was doing the wrong thing. I think she'd be very happy that I found somewhere with a friendly face, The final goodbye.
With the house finally empty, Paul has cleared more than just his hoard.
As I wander through the rooms, I do find the nostalgia gripping me now and again. Lots of memories of various people coming and going. I'm glad it's coming to an end. That's what I've got to say, really. And the end of a long chapter in my life. I feel there's a big weight's been moved from my shoulders. New start. And a little bit of money, which I didn't think I was going to have. And then I just start planning for my holiday in the summer.